Making a farming sim is no small feat. First, you need an item system, then a crop system, then an inventory system, and then so much more. I could go on and on about the nitty-gritty, but these basic systems aren't what make a farming sim fun. For Wish Guardian, our mechanics focus on the fun that comes from a sense of progression and world building. First up, progression. Game progression is created by traveling deeper and deeper into Reckonite Mountain. Different mine levels have different types of crops that spawn, so the deeper you go into the mine, the more crops you unlock. Every time you enter a portal to go deeper into the mine, assuming you haven't unlocked that level yet, you are teleported into the tower defense portion of the game. Once you defeat the wraiths in that level, it is permanently unlocked. The deeper you go, the more powerful the crops are, and the harder the tower defense levels get. Of course, if tower defense isn't for you, there will also be a story version, where you give the wraiths crops in exchange for accessing the level. The deeper you go, the more crops you'll need to unlock it. Either way, the player progresses from access to 3 different crops to over 25. This keeps the game simple in the beginning and allows for the player to easily see how far they've come. Next was adding world building to the game. We wanted there to be a central theme to everything grown in Wish Guardian. This theme? Fantastical mushrooms. Besides a couple of staple food crops and basic trees, everything grown is a mushroom. Why mushrooms? Well, there is comprehensive in-game lore as to why, but the real answer is simple. Mushrooms are cool. Right now we have 3 main mushroom types: woolly mushrooms, fire mushrooms, and ice mushrooms. Fire mushrooms make fire towers. Ice mushrooms make ice towers. Finally, woolly mushrooms make, you guessed it, golems. While you can sell these mushrooms for money in-game, mushrooms aren't a cash crop. Fortunately, they don't need to be. Money isn't very important to the main gameplay. Instead of buying seeds at a store, you have to use a scythe to collect spores from crops instead of harvesting them. Be very careful with over-harvesting, since the wild crops you start with are all the wild crops you get. You have to balance spore collection with your harvesting needs. There will be a way to get more wild crops, but that's a secret for a later video. Speaking of, our next video will be about how we are designing the NPCs. Each NPC is designed with a very specific formula, which we can't wait to explain to you. Thank you, and see you next time.